from where we last left off,
And we
with
are
our
recording.
misfits, we went to Phoenix's creator, who talked to his mole friend, who's not really his friend, but he acts like he's his friend, to help us by giving us a big robo-dragon, so we can go out and fight Sigma, because Sigma wants to kill all humans. So we flew up to the airship, and we found an albatross who said, haha, this is actually a decoy ship. And then we destroyed it, and, he kind of got mad about that. And then Phoenix just straight up murdered him. And now we're kind of at a loss, because we know we need to find the actual airship that Sigma's on. And it shouldn't be too far from the decoy at this point, because we destroyed the decoy way earlier than they anticipated. But we don't really know where he is. So, before we cut back to our group, we are actually going to cut back to the Hunter base back in Able City. Now, currently frantically typing through across her large monitor is the main navigator for the Hunters, Opera. She has had to handle and juggle a lot of screens and had to navigate a ton of different Hunters. There is a mechanoid outbreak going on just everywhere. Like, all around the world, mechanoids are going crazy. And sure, the Maverick Hunters are doing a fine job at taking care of the mechanoids, but with their own members going rogue and joining the rebellion, it has made things a lot harder, and Opera is getting incredibly stressed out. Now, walking into the room, wearing a very fancy white general's coat and having a white cap to match, is the humanoid Reploid lieutenant of the Maverick Hunters, Nero. And as he approaches, he doesn't even look down at Opera. He looks at the screens and sees the chaos going on. There are buildings being destroyed, humans trying to run away, getting slaughtered. It's a disaster out there. So, what's the current situation? Well, it's not good. We have our hunters spread very, very thin. All of our available S-Class hunters are out trying to deal with as many big mechanoids as we can, and while Zero is doing great, and Centaur and Dragoon are coming back from dealing with a whole army of them, we are not looking good anywhere. I see. Now, as if on cue, that is when Magma Dragoon and Freeze Arrow Centaur enter the room. Now, Magma Dragoon and Freeze Arrow Centaur are two S-Class hunters, some of the best. Now, while they aren't as good as Zero, or, well, Sigma, as Sigma is known as the best Maverick Hunter there has been, they are still very high up there, highly respected, also highly feared by pretty much everyone who isn't Nero in the Hunter base. I told you I could beat 5 of them at once. Magma Dragoon kind of playfully punches Centaur in her shoulder.
I didn't say I didn't believe you. I just highly implied it.
Well, I did it, so... And as they continue walking, they see Lieutenant Nero standing there, and he turns to face them. Dragoon, Centaur, what's the current situation? Well, we killed a bunch of mechanoids, so it's better.
It's not good.
He looks at Centaur. See, that's one thing I always liked about you, Centaur. Get right to the point. Now, We've had some interesting development. Mainly that it seems one of our other Maverick hunters, at least until a little while ago, had gone rogue. 2 of them, in fact. Rise to Maskin and Alpha. Their radios went radio silent for a long time. We disabled their teleporters, thinking that they had joined Sigma, but we actually found video footage of them attacking his armies. It seems that for some reason, they banded their own group together and have gone out to try and take this matter into their own hands. Obviously, that is incredibly stupid and against policy. So, he turns around to both of them. Which one of you wants to babysit them?
I will.
I mean, I'm not up for it, but he clearly has other things he has to do.
Yeah. I mean, I can take out a whole army of mechanoids by myself. So, I should probably get out there and maybe, go, hunt out with Zero or something.
Sure. Sure. I mean, I'll do it. I mean, give him a freak. I mean, make him scared.
Ah, I like that. Yeah, you can teleport directly on their mechanoid dragon. I'm gonna be honest, I have never seen the mechanoid before. Opera, is that thing on our records? No. Probably illegal. Yeah,
So,
teleport right there on that spot on its back and give them a scare and just make sure they don't die.
can't one of them die?
And he looks at the group again. I think that one might have been a Maverick. You can probably kill him.
Okay.
And he takes out sort of like a tiny, it kind of looks like a calculator. And he starts punching in some numbers, and suddenly Centaur had just been sent the exact coordinates that group is currently at. Does she decide to teleport there now?
Yes.
Okay. After she receives it, in a green light, she is beamed upwards out of the base. Now we cut back to the main group, still flying through the skies on Erosion, trying to find the actual airship.
Jeez. How much power would you even need to make a weapon like that function? What's inside this thing?
I don't know. Probably a lot of those energy crystals.
Probably a lot of them. Or some other kind of them. Something
Okay,
more dense, more efficient.
do I sound better?
Yes.
Okay. That's good.
Well, in any case, it seems effective.
Yeah, it sliced through that ship in half. Hey, Phoenix, what was... And as he turns around, he sees that Phoenix is standing. Just standing completely still, like fully upright on the back of Erosion. Unmoving. Does anyone want to try to roll an intelligence check?
Me.
Yeah, I don't think
Jacob
Ludwasp is
will.
paying attention.
Oh yes. Sphinx would actually be great to identify that. Oh. Here, hang on. I gotta check intelligence. Oh, his intelligence is high.
Oh,
You can
jeez.
make it work.
So, Sphinx decides to look over Phoenix really quick, noticing that there does seem to be something up with them. And as he starts kind of examining, the one thing that he finally does look at, because at first there doesn't seem to be any outward issue, nothing just around their body or anything, but as he gets up to their head and looks at their eyes, he can see sort of like a faint purple glow.
What is that? Do you guys
What's
see
what?
that? You see that purple glow over there?
As he points to Phoenix's eyes, Tamaskin walks up. Yeah, I guess I do.
What is that?
I don't know.
Should we be concerned about it, or
Aren't you the doctor?
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I've not been paying really any attention to their eyes, so I have no idea whether or not that's normal.
I've never seen it.
And as they're trying to look, suddenly they feel something land. And it's like a hard landing, too. Like, right behind them. It kind of shakes Erosian a bit, but that's mainly due to Erosian flying throughout the air. Who wants to turn around first?
Lugwasp. Oh,
But I'll let him go. Let him go, because he seems like the best.
Okay. Lugwasp turns around. As he does, at first, he's not quite sure what he's looking at. He sees, like, 4 very thin robotic limbs, it looks like. As his gaze slowly goes up, though, he sees a towering figure. Like, way bigger than him. Maybe, like, 10 to 11 feet tall. And he sees that this Reploid, as he finally makes it up to her face, appears to be some sort of weird mix of a normal humanoid Reploid and some sort of animal mechanaloid.
man, that seems like a problem.
Yeah.
You look like a problem.
Why?
As Tamaskin hears this voice, he shakily turns his head and sees Centaur standing there. Centaur, what are you doing here? And he actually takes multiple steps back, though he does stop himself from taking an extra because he looks down and realizes he would have fallen right off of Erosian.
Why?
I'm here to join you and to watch.
Well, you
I
can't
feel like those are.
watch
I
at
feel
the
like
same
those are
time.
two separate things.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
I don't think you really need to.
I don't think we
Will
need
you ever
help.
Please. And try to stop me.
I don't think we need help. I think we're
Can
good.
Hey, Erosian.
he turns his head to look?
She wants to pull back one of her arrows.
Oh no!
No. Hopefully. How are you going to try to join us and then try to shoot us?
She's not trying to shoot us. She's trying to shoot her dragon.
Oh,
Rosian is looking at her as she's aiming the arrow for its head. Do you want to fire?
No, she's just doing it to prove a point.
Okay. Can you, or would you mind if I had you roll an intelligence check really quick?
Oh
Yes.
God.
You can roll it.
All right. Oh,
Oh,
I mean, her intelligence is fairly high, though.
who's smarter, her or me?
You're both actually the same level of smartness.
Well, she could be my doctor's assistant.
I forgot
Yeah.
how. Hang on. I gotta check something really quick.
Could she be my doctor's assistant?
Okay, so Alpha is surprisingly the smartest character in this group.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Holy
That's
shit, he
cool.
is.
Who's Alpha? Which one's Alpha?
Hunter.
That's Hunter.
Oh,
The guy in the fucking mech.
Yeah, the
but
guy.
he don't even talk much.
That's awesome.
Hunter,
He
you need to
can't-
talk more because
He can't, like, he literally cannot live outside of that mech suit because he mentally shuts down. But he is the smartest character. I never agree.
Nice.
wait,
He's
don't
done a
I
lot
have a
of
mech
reading in
suit as
there.
well? Because didn't I kidnap a mech suit?
Yeah. You have Vile's mech suit, which is like Hunter's, but you have
except I
one
can't
giant
add
fist, and
Yeah.
then your other arm is a machine gun.
And
Haha.
you don't have the thing launcher.
Yeah,
Rocket launcher.
The person launcher.
Yeah, it used to be, or
Phoenix
was
launcher.
supposed to be a grenade launcher, but became the person launcher. Okay.
Wasn't it Phoenix that we launched?
Yes,
Out of
yeah,
Hunter?
the last time, yeah. So, as Centaur has her arrow pointed at the dragon seems to just kind of dismiss her. She isn't sure why, but as she turns her glance back to the others, mainly to Tamaskin, she notices something. His earpiece is gone.
Uh-oh.
She remembers that Nero said that they went radio silent, him and Alpha. Now, Alpha's up there too, just sitting there in his mech suit. And, yeah, she's not happy about seeing that his earpiece is missing, seemingly.
Why did you
Oh.
take off your earpiece? Where is your earpiece?
He tries to think back. He does remember right after the first mechanoid attack, where he was so angry about what Sigma did that he crushed it in his hand. It's missing?
It's missing.
Yeah. Yeah, Lugwasp can back me up on this, right, Lugwasp?
It would be easier if you didn't take so long to come up with that answer.
Thank you. At least someone has somewhat. Never mind. Where are we heading to?
Hell, if we don't change
We're
our
trying to
ways.
find Storm Eagle's airship so we can find Sigma.
Why are we trying to find Sigma?
Because he's the
Well-
one who caused all this.
I understand that, but you guys shouldn't be doing this alone.
Well, we aren't alone. There are multiple people on this airship.
Yeah.
or
You
thing.
know exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
And there are
What
two
do you-
people attached to the back
he
of it,
starts like
mech suits.
cowering from her.
Well, you
What-
forgot that there was two people in mech suits attached to the back of it.
Man, I don't get what's up with people and saying things that are wrong.
I really don't like your tone of voice.
Well, you're the one, like, getting all mean.
Mean? Would you
Yeah.
like to say
Oh, no.
mean?
Tamaskin, he quickly goes up to Lugboss. Say you're sorry. Say you're sorry right now.
What did
Do you
I
know
do?
what I am?
Just say you're sorry, please.
Do you know who I am?
I've seen what you
I-
can do, please.
I kind of figure you're either one of two things, either a maverick or a maverick hunter. And it honestly feels like it doesn't make a difference in this scenario.
Just say you're sorry, and she will not freeze both of your wings before shattering them in front of you.
It's a very interesting plan. I might do that.
Gee.
I'd love to see her try to attack me in my mech suit.
His
Would you
eyes.
like me to?
Tamaskin's eyes shrink, and he just looks.
Well,
at
you know, like,
I'm
hold on.
sorry.
Hold on. Like, why are you here? You just kind of materialized here,
Wait
and
a minute.
I don't understand why we're of such importance to you that you would even consider killing us.
Tabascan thinks for a moment. Oh. I could have teleported us to the ship the whole time.
Dumbass.
What?
Now, if you don't mind, I'll teleport us to the ship.
Now, as she does attempt to do so, as she tries... Oh, actually, here, I'll have you roll for that. Yeah, I'll
I
have you
don't know,
roll
guys.
for that.
I'm kind of liking this mechanaloid.
Now, while she's doing this, Tamaskin, he's still trying to do it, and he realizes he's not able to access any of his coordinates. What? Why can't I teleport? Does Centaur want to tell him that they disabled him and Alpha's teleportation?
Well, since you went rogue, we disconnected your teleportation powers.
But yeah, I guess that makes sense.
It
Now-
does, doesn't it?
Now then, as Centaur is trying to scan out and see if she can find the coordinates of the airship, she actually is able to do it. She finds that the airship, the coordinates of the airship appear to be approaching the city of Strum City, which appears to be a city that is just off of the edge of the coastline.
We're going to Strum City.
Is
Wait,
that where
what?
the airship is?
Duh.
Can I ask y'all a question real quick?
Well, gee, that's
Is this
bad.
in game or out of game?
It's out of game. Is her character a robot or
Yeah.
okay?
We're all this is the robot club.
Technically you don't have to be a robot to play this game.
I know.
But
I was just wondering because she was talking like a robot, so I didn't know.
yeah. It's just the dialect of her character.
Oh, okay.
It's a very bored, disinterested character.
Yeah, I like it. It's different.
Yeah. Same.
So, does she want to try to teleport everyone, including the big old Robo Dragon?
Do it.
Because she can try to do that.
What would happen if she does? Like, what are, like...
So, if she tries to teleport everybody, and you are going to have to roll for this, you are able to teleport everyone, including the dragon. However, because of the amount of things being teleported, you're going to have to roll to see if you can actually get all of them right to the coordinates, or if we're going to fall short.
So, my team, we have a choice. I can either teleport us there and possibly land short, or I can try to get us as close as possible. Or we can continue to fly. It's up to you guys.
I'm fine with flying. I mean,
I am as
thing
well.
is really
I don't-
cool.
And Tamaskin, yeah, I think I'd like to fly too. It's different.
It's up to you guys. But you lose the ship. That's on you guys.
The ship.
Wait, what? Now, she does know that the airship, the Death Rugamer, which, yes, that is the actual name, it already has, or it is about to actually land down in Strum City. And if it lands, they don't know what it's going to do.
Just say it may or may not be about to land. But continuing flying.
No.
I do not like the way she
I
said
mean-
that.
Well, okay.
We could split up. Like you guys could go in with the magic teleporty whatever, and I could stay with the really cool, awesome laser cannon dragon.
I wanna roll a will check for Tamaskin.
Where am I at in this
Oh.
scene, y'all?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
so
jeez.
we're all just like on the back of the dragon.
Oh. So what if I tried to teleport with her while you guys stuck with the dragon?
I mean you can do that. You just have to have Sphinx say that that's what he wants to do.
Yeah, I think I'll teleport with her.
And
Just so that way this ship doesn't get too heavy. And so,
Tamaskin thinks to himself as well. And he stands up. I'll go. We have to
Okay.
make sure that the ship doesn't touch down to the city.
Let's go. I guess
I
I'll just
guess-
take you two.
I'll fall shortly behind.
And as she holds out her hand, and as Tamaskin and Sphinx get near it, she doesn't even wait. She just like grabs a hold of both of their hands, and they all immediately teleport away. Now I just want to linger on Lug Wasp for the moment. What is he going to do as soon as they teleport off?
on the
All right,
radio.
Erogian. Do you think we can go a bit faster now that there's less weight?
And Erosion nods, spreads its wings even wider, and thrusts them down. A huge
Ooh.
leap of speed causes Lugwasp to have to actually hold on to the back of Erosion.
Yeah. Okay, this works.
Now, we cut to the Death Rogamer. In an instant, Centaur, Tamaskin, and Sphinx appear. As they do, there's a bunch of Reploid crewmates. And as the group touch down, Tamaskin and Centaur actually recognize these crewmates. They are fellow Maverick Hunters. They are just the basic Maverick Hunters, but these are just Maverick Hunters from the Air Force unit. What's going on?
Obviously, we just appeared. We teleported, and we
That's not what he meant.
we picked up a new hunter. And we thought maybe
Can you stop being so literal?
And the Maverick Hunters, they all stop what they're doing. Some of them were like readying cargo, getting weapons ready, but they all stop as they see the group. One of them speaks up. What are you doing here?
What am
We-
I doing here? Little
We didn't know that we were going to be followed so easily.
It's me.
And then, yeah, one of them does kind of squint. Wait a minute. Oh shit, it's Freezer Centaur! And they all start screaming and running. I'm just
that feeling will never get old.
I'm just imagining she gets like a sadistic grin as she readies an arrow. Wait! Don't shoot any of them yet!
Wasn't planning on it.
And he tries to turn to the fleeing hunters. Guys, wait! Look,
Stop.
And as she says stop, they do stop. And Damascus just kind of looks at her like, oh, wow, look at you, big shot. And then he turns back. Guys, look. I don't know what's going on here, but what's happening? Why is Storm Eagle doing this? Where's Sigma? And they all look at each other worried. Storm Eagle's down in the cockpit, and Sigma already left.
Where did Sigma go?
We don't know. He wouldn't tell us.
Why are you following him?
And they look at each other. They're not sure if they should say. Let me see, what role should this be? Okay, this will also be a will roll. I'm gonna have you roll for will. Actually, who wants to roll for will to see if they can get these hunters to talk?
I mean,
How about me?
I was
Well,
gonna say, yeah, I'm fine with her doing it.
Lugwasp and Alpha aren't
Yeah,
there.
yeah, Alpha can't do
Oh,
it,
okay.
Hunter.
All right,
yeah,
cool.
Alpha's
Can I try?
stuck with Legolas.
All right.
Yeah, you can try. Okay, so that was for Centaur. And this is for Sphinx. And then I will do one for Tamaskin. Oh! Okay. So, I have Sphinx and Centaur try to speak to them.
I'll let her go first.
Why do you follow him?
And they are shaking, but none of them say anything.
She asked you a question. Answer it.
Still nothing. In fact, they all kind of
What?
stop shaking now.
What? Are you guys stupid?
And
are you guys
Tamaskin
following?
steps up. Guys, please. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. But I want to help you. We all want to help you. Sigma said that he'd kill more of us. And Storm Eagle, he couldn't let that happen. So he promised that he'd follow everything that Sigma said as long as he kept us alive.
It's disgusting. Just, we understand now why you're following. I'm not going to tell you to stop following, but what I will ask you to do is try to minimize the damage as much as you can.
And to be careful.
And as she says that, they hear someone step onto the top of the ship behind them. That was my plan from the beginning. And as they turn, they see it is the blue and red-winged Reploid Storm Eagle. Storm Eagle.
Well,
Is what they said true? Yes. I tried to fight Sigma myself. I had the upper hand for a moment, but he started taking my men hostage.
he left now. Why can't all of them escape? And you escape? Come with us.
I'm sorry. You don't understand, but
I do not.
Sigma is different. I may have had the upper hand for a while, but that was only due to being here in the air, in the skies. Sigma, I could tell, he wasn't really trying during our fight. He's saving his true power for some purpose.
Well, just minimize the damage as much as possible. We respect
will.
him. And I will report back to Nero.
Unfortunately, he holds out his arm cannon. I cannot allow you to do that. And in that instant, a large gust of wind fires out. It's less a gust of wind and more of a condensed tornado. Now, does anyone want to try to do anything?
Sphinx wants to just look at it.
What are
Okay.
some of her powers?
So you said that she does have the ability to shoot ice arrows.
Yeah.
And I mean, we didn't really establish any other powers she has. I would assume they have to do with ice. I guess she can, with her centaur limbs, the horse part, she can like stamp her hooves on the ground to like make ice sprout out. So she can try to like stick herself onto the ship.
Could she try to freeze the air, freeze the air into place and try to like push it back to him?
Yes.
Okay, she wants to do that.
Okay, and then while you do that, I'm going to actually have Tamaskin try to help out with that by using his own Oh! Okay. Oh!
Oh.
Okay! So, as the tornado gets close to them, Centaur, without hesitation, stamps her hooves on the ground and causes ice to form under them, keeping her hooves planted firmly on the ship. She aims her own arm cannon and fires an arrow. However, she doesn't aim the arrow squarely at Storm Eagle. Instead, she aims it slightly upwards so that it gets taken up in the wind. As it does hit the tornado, it starts breaking apart, the pieces becoming particles of ice, and the wind begins to freeze. As it does this, Tamaskin revs up his turbines, aims both of them, and fires his hurricanes. As they combine with the frozen air, they start breaking through.
Can Sphinx attack as well?
Yes.
Okay, hold on, I gotta remember what's his abilities again?
So he can fly. You got a bunch of syringes that you can do certain things with, but your main thing is you have a laser rifle.
He wants to use his laser rifle.
Alright. This is going a lot different than I thought it would.
Oh my
Damn!
god!
Jeez, this is the real unit right now. So, as the hurricane is breaking through his tornado, thanks to Centaur freezing it, Storm Eagle is trying to up the power, but as he does, Sphinx flies up into the air, aims his rifle, and shoots down. The shot pierces through the shoulder of Eagle, holding his arm cannon. This causes him for just a moment to let it fall, but that was the only moment that was needed. The hurricanes push through him. It pushes so hard along with the ice that it actually crashes a hole through the ship. Now, while it does this, the ship itself actually does start to fall.
Uh-oh. Yes! It was successful.
Wait, isn't the ship over a city?
It's getting to the city right now. It's over the ocean.
Oh, that's worse.
Does anyone know how to steer the ship?
If the controls are even still intact.
True.
Now, we have a couple choices here. I can say a couple of them. They can try to run to the controls and see if they can get the ship working. Centaur can try to teleport them back to the Erogian, or they can jump.
Okay,
I got
actually,
wings, so I
can
can just fly if I have to.
Centaur teleport the whole? Can Centaur try to teleport like the ship on land?
Yes.
Because she
feel
doesn't
like
want to
you
let.
can.
Because she doesn't want to let all like everybody in there die.
I mean, if it starts to fall, I'm just gonna start flying because I got wings.
Wait,
Because I'm a
does the
sphinx.
ship maintain its momentum when it teleports?
You're just gonna have to wait
Because
and find out.
I feel like that would make teleporting to land significantly worse.
You're gonna have to try it and find out.
You can still rush. You can still rush to the controls.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna get rushed to the controls.
All right, roll for speed.
Speed.
Yes, because I have a dedicated stat. Oh, okay. I gotta see. Was she fast? Okay,
Let's see if
yeah,
she
her
is.
speed was decent.
If all else fails, you can do a thing.
So she tears her limbs practically out of the ice as she runs as fast as she can to the hole she made with Storm Eagle down towards the ship's controls. As she does this, does Sphinx want to follow?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to roll for his speed, and then I will roll for Tamaskin's speed because he wants to follow as well. Now, while
But
this is
except-
going... Oh, go ahead.
I think. I mean, I am gonna follow, but I think that I want to fly above her.
Okay. Alright, I gotta check everyone's speed here.
Sounds good. Check everybody's
Alright,
speed.
and then... Alright, yeah, okay, so they all have the same speed. So, Tamaskin and Sphinx all do catch up to her as they're trying to book it to the controls. Now, while that is going on, we are going to cut back to Lugwasp, Alpha, and Erosian as they start descending down under the clouds, and now they can see the open sea as well as the Death Rugamer, which is slowly but surely descending down towards the end of the ocean near Strum City.
Man, that doesn't look like a normal maneuver. Is that a hole? Huh.
So, what does Lugwas want to do? Does he want to try to rush down there? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Orochian, can we go even faster? I think many people are about to die.
Erosian lets out a roar, and as he does, it appears that the wings start to spread apart, and Lugwas sees, much to his surprise and excitement, there appear to be tiny jet boosters attached to those slits in the wings.
I have never seen a better aerial mechanoloid.
And with that, Erosian starts dashing downwards towards the ship. As we cut back to the others who flee down through the hole into the controls, they can see that, yes, there does appear to be a crashed hole through the control console. However, as they look at that in dismay, they actually see Storm Eagle is still alive. He is flying under the ship, and he takes his one arm, or his remaining arm, to hold up his arm cannon, and he starts firing his tornado. Now, they think at first that he's aiming towards them, but they actually feel that he's using his tornado to
back, yo.
make the ship start moving back upwards.
I'm sure there's something we can do, like...
Okay. I guess this is intelligence time. I'm gonna
Yeah.
roll for Tamaskin, even though his intelligence is garbage. Yeah, he's not getting it. If I remember, his intelligence is a 3. Yeah, it's a 3. Yeah, no, he ain't getting this.
Roll for...
Centaur.
Yeah, centaurs.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, and I think her intelligence is decent too, yeah.
It's not an 8, a 10, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a 10. Yeah, okay. So, Tamaskin's freaking out. He's trying to look through, figure out what's going on. Now, Centaur, despite this being an incredibly stressful situation, she's been through a lot of stressful situations. She is an S-class hunter, after all. She starts looking through, and as she looks through the rubble, she actually sees some of the wires from the control console are still intact, but they are separated from each other. As she goes up, she does try to start connecting them. And as she puts them together, she actually slightly uses her ice arrows to freeze the wires together.
I think I did it correctly. I will try to manage a control landing. If it's not the most controlled, make sure everybody below is somewhat covered and protected.
And she was actually speaking to Storm Eagle about this. And he nods to her, and he starts flying off towards the city. Now, as this is going on, Lugwasp, Alpha, and Erosian show up at the end of the hole so that they can see Centaur and Tamaskin and Sphinx.
Alpha, do you see any possible engine damage on the ship?
No, not really.
Actually, here, let me roll for him.
Alright.
So his intelligence is really high. Okay. So, while the actual engine from just that outside opening doesn't appear damaged, as Alpha takes just a closer look, and he's not even thinking about this as he's doing it. His fingers just start sort of pushing around buttons in his ride armor, and a holographic display appears. And this is something that Lugwasp is actually very surprised by. He hasn't actually seen something like that in a ride armor before. And as this appears and Alpha starts typing into it, he actually zooms into the diagnostics of this ship and towards the engine, and he can see multiple holes and fractures in the engine.
I'm back, y'all.
Oh, wow.
What is it?
There's a lot of buttons here that I haven't really messed around with before, but we will see what we can do.
Well, no, I mean, are you seeing any damage to any of the engines, any of the engine systems?
A small amount of damage, but nothing that can't be fixed.
Now, as he says this gives Lugwasp a lot of hope.
Okay, maintenance crews probably won't be able to make it to the engine on account of there being a giant gaping hole in the ship. I'm hopeful I can make it there.
All right,
you can as well.
Oh, does actually,
Wait, hold up. Isn't Oh, never mind. We're playing the wrong game. Never mind.
Yeah. We're playing Mega Man.
Alpha could launch
Yep.
Wasp.
Yep.
Actually, Alpha,
Yeah.
if you can see where the engine is in the ship, which you literally can you get me there?
Sure. Hop on my back. Let's go. Da-da-da.
Yes. He doesn't fire Lugwasp in the cannon. What he does is he uses one of his arms to like hold Lugwasp onto the back of the mech suit, leaps off of
Yes.
Erosian, and I'm gonna roll for strength here for that mech suit. Though this
Yes.
should work.
Do it. Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. With Alpha's mech suit, he just punches a hole into the ship as he leaps in, and he
All
starts zooming through it. The
Yeah.
couple Maverick Hunters who
Nobody
are
can
walking
stop
through
me.
it are scared and shocked as they get bowled over by this ride armor charging through. And
Better hold on tight.
Yeah, you better hold on tight.
Tabascan, Sphinx, and Centaur can hear this destruction going on.
Oh, jeez, I
Um,
hope you didn't hit
Hank.
anything important.
You don't
Okay.
think that there's like a mechanoloid or something in here, do you?
Well, I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Well,
Wait.
one of you go check, please.
that-
I will.
Oh no! As Tamaskin and Sphinx try to go out, they look and they do see Alpha
Yes.
tearing ass through the ship
Yes.
can actually
And there goes
see
Alpha.
Buddy.
with his wheeled ride armor feet. He is actually peeling off the paint from the floor of the ship as he's
The
driving
paint
down.
is no more.
Someone get him to quit that now.
Remove
Yeah,
all
I
the
don't think we
paint
can do that.
available.
You don't listen,
Nothing
Centaur. I
stops
know you're strong and
Alpha.
everything, but this is Alpha we're talking about.
And she just frees his wheel.
Hey! Hey, guys!
Wait, Mugwasp?
Yeah, I'm on my way to the engine.
Oh,
Don't
Yeah.
die.
We need you. Please don't.
Look, we're starting to ascend closer to the land. I think I'm doing it.
You think?
and as they finally get to the
Hey
end,
guys,
and
I'll be right
Lugwasp
back. Hang on a
sees
minute.
it. Well, while Alpha's deduction was correct, there weren't a whole bunch of damages, and he could definitely fix it. He has to do it fast because it looks like this engine could blow at any second.
Oh, Jesus, that is a lot of coolant leaking.
All right, roll, Gavin.
Oh, God. My speed is terrible, too. Fuck!
Me.
Damn. Okay. All right, hang on. I gotta look at something. Okay.
He's really
Hey,
good at repairing this sort of shit, though.
Yes, that is one of his edges.
Hey, don't
Okay.
you have don't we have inspiration in this game where we can reroll?
Yes, yeah, there is inspiration. So if you want to use it, you can. But
Yep.
oh, okay,
Fuck!
man.
It's slightly
Okay.
better.
So Lugwasp hurries down to the engine. He tries to get out all of his tools, and he's trying to fix it as fast as he can. But it does not seem to be working. He's trying everything, but as he keeps trying and repairing the holes, it appears there was a lot more internal damage done to the engine than external damage. And
You
at
fly
this
into it and try to
rate,
fix it?
well, I mean, you're not a mechanic. You can try, but you're not a mechanic, so...
Okay, Alpha. I'm going to need you to force me inside the engine.
I don't think he's there. He said he'd be back.
Oh.
I can just roll. I mean, I roll for him anyway, so I'll just roll for him this one time.
Okay, this doesn't need coolant. It just needs to work enough to make this thing not
Jeez.
crash.
Wait, Sphinx. Okay, yes, because Sphinx wanted to come. Okay, so
Yeah.
Alpha is trying to help get Lugwasp into the engine, but he's having a difficult time getting him through. Sphinx comes in with the vile ride armor.
Like, can't like Sphinx fly into the engine and then have the mechanic tell me how to fix it?
You do not have enough time for that. Just plain and simple, you do not have enough time for that, but you can try to shove him in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it works.
Okay, so Sphinx shows up and he sees what Alpha is trying to do. One mech might not be enough, but two, that should do.
Oh my god!
All right. Jacob, do you want to roll inspiration? Because you rolled a 1.
Yes, please.
Okay.
It
was gonna
literally
say-
can't get any worse.
Unless it's another 1. Well, I guess then it can't get any worse.
Yeah.
It would just be the same level.
Okay,
Okay, that's
better.
slightly better.
What was it, a 2?
With the... no, it was more than that. With the combined strength of the two ride armors, they are able to get Lugwasp into the engine. As he looks at the internals, he can tell he only has a couple seconds before this blows up.
Okay. Oh god. There are many broken cylinders.
He gets into overdrive mode as he tries to fix all of the issues as fast as he can. The inside of the engine starts to heat up. He knows if he does not fix this soon, he is going down along with this ship. Probably everyone else on it too, but he is definitely not coming back. As he works as fast and quick as he can see that the heat is starting to go down.
Okay. Do either of you know if it's working?
It seems to be cooling down.
Oh, yeah,
And
but I mean, is it...
so Centaur, as she is driving, she can see that the ship is actually controlling a lot more easily now.
Whatever they're doing, it's working.
I mean,
They
if
need
it
to
was a lot
continue it.
smoother-
Tamaskin ran as fast as he could to the engine room to tell Lugwasp the news. You're doing good, Lugwasp! Keep going!
Okay.
As he continues to fix it. They are eventually able to be fully airborne again. Now, the hole is still an issue, but Centaur finds the local airport at Strum City and is actually able to land the ship.
Yes. God. That was terrifying.
Yeah, it was.
We almost lost our
All the-
lives there.
All the
What even-
Maverick hunters are looking all around. Is it over? They did it!
What even happened here?
They
saved
us! Erosian also flies down next to the ship, awaiting his next orders.
What happened here?
A fight.
Yeah. Storm Eagle joined Sigma too, but he's not like Sigma or the others. Sigma forced him to join him.
And
Yeah.
the other Maverick hunters have not made a choice either.
Jeez.
And
Man, it seems like we all have a really bad habit of, like, tearing these ships apart, causing a lot of collateral damage, and potentially killing hundreds of people.
yeah.
Well, this time, I don't know what happens other times, but I know this time we were not the ones to start the fight.
That's how it's gone so far.
Well,
And
that's good.
Tamaskin kind of looks sad.
What is the matter?
You think maybe the reason Storm Eagle did that was because he wanted to lose?
I mean, Possibly. It's definitely a possibility. But he didn't. And I think I truly think he could have fought harder, but he didn't. And he did help in the end, so I
Yeah.
think
Wanted to die.
I don't think he wants to die. I think he wants to try to protect the hunters.
At the very least, his crew. I mean,
Fair. True.
And as they are talking, they hear the voice of someone. What in blazes is going on here? As they turn, they see a human walking up to them. He appears to be a portly man wearing what appears to be an army uniform. He has a cigar in his mouth.
Human.
What do you Reploid jokers think you're doing?
well,
Well, things happened.
we're currently trying to take care of a terrorist insurrection.
And why are
yeah, I heard about that.
why are you boarding a ship yelling?
This is my air base for our military.
I am so sorry that we were about to crash and die in the ocean.
But luckily, our amazing mechanic fixed it.
Whatever. He turns around, and as he starts to walk away, he does actually turn back. Wait a minute. You saying that you were trying to stop this whole mechanoloid outbreak, right? Yeah, that's
Yeah?
what we're trying to do. Damn. All right. Yeah, follow me. And he starts leading the way. Do they want to follow him?
Centaur does.
Thinks will.
Okay.
I think Lug Wasp wants to go check on Erosian.
Okay. Tamaskin decides to follow him as well. Hunter, what does Alpha want to do? Or is Hunter still going? Yeah, he's still going. All right. I'll just say Alpha goes with the rest of the group. Now, something that I do want to just point out, as Lugwasp does go up to Erogian to make sure that he's doing okay, he sees that Phoenix is gone.
Hey, Erosian, where'd the other one go?
And he actually looks on his back, and he actually reaches one of his large arms up and tries to feel with his claws. As Lugwasp flies up just to take a quick look, he can actually see holes in Erogian's back. These seem to be where Phoenix planted their feet, their talons, into Erosian so that they wouldn't fall off. And because of that, it doesn't really make sense to him for for Phoenix to have fallen off of Erosian during that dive bomb. So where could he have gone?
Gee. I hope he's alright, or they're alright. Also, hold on a minute. You understand me? I don't know why this never occurred to me. Usually I just passively talk to my mechanoloids because I think most of the time I'm going insane. But, like, I'm giving you very complicated orders, very vague orders, and you're following them.
Erosian nods.
Okay. So you understand me.
He nods again.
Oh my god. You are a very cool mechanoloid. Well, now I'm kind of questioning whether or not you're a mechanoloid. They don't tend to, like, respond to me when I rant about things. Anyways.
Does he now follow the general?
Yeah.
As he follows the general down the, as he catches up with the group with Erosion following behind, they start going down through the airport, and they see a large building. And the man enters. Now, Erosion does have to stay outside. Way too big to be up there. And as the group follow him inside this building, the man takes them to an elevator and opens it up. As they do enter, I do see like Centaur does like hit her head on like the top of the elevator, and she has to duck down in order to get in.
Oh, discomfort.
Don't worry about it. And he pushes the up button on the elevator, and they start going up. And as the elevator stops and the doors open, he goes into a different room. Now, this room has a couple humans dotted about, but the main thing that they're interested in is that they see a couple Reploids about in this room. Now, one of them appears to be somewhat based on sort of like a cowboy, it looks like. He does have the big cowboy hat, though it does appear to be part of his actual design rather than just an actual hat he can take off. The hat is white. In fact, his colors are mainly white. He has a humanoid-shaped head, though his head color is also pure white, as well as sort of a mask like shape over his face. And his body is mainly an orange color, though there is a white gash-like stripe painted over it. Another Reploid that they notice appears to be sort of like a crab Reploid. And his body is a blue ball. And he has very small pink-colored appendages. Now, Centaur and Tamaskin recognize this as Bubble Crab, one of the Maverick Hunters who, from the few conversations each have had with him, doesn't really care that much about being a Maverick Hunter. The only thing he seems to care about is money.
Centaur wants to nod at him.
And as she nods at Bubble Crab, he turns and sees... so I see you finally got tired of that hunter business, huh, Centaur?
No, I was sent to do other things.
Of
What?
course. Lapdog as always.
Lapdog?
Yeah, you heard me.
I'm sorry, I'm money hungry. Thing.
Well, money makes the world go round, as they say.
Well, so does killing.
Man, sometimes I forget that this planet rotates. It's weird.
Wait,
You know what else is weird?
Bubble Crab, what are you doing here? I think it's pretty obvious. Money.
Is that all you care about?
Would you believe me if I said yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
You know, you should
just
really
kind of
care
like
more about people.
He just kind of like flops back in his chair, and he kind of puts his feet up onto the large meeting desk that's in front of all of them.
I assume you're not like a janitor or something, because janitors also make money.
I was a janitor once.
Oh.
I'm surprised you're not working in McDonald's.
Well, I mean, it's honest work.
And
McDonald's.
the human at the end of the table clears his throat. We'd like to get this meeting under order, Stern. He eyes the portly human general. Well, I had to get them off of our airport. By the way, I think they can help. He sits over at his
Gee.
chair.
So, what is this meeting about?
I see. More Reploids. Well then. And he kind of motions for them to take a seat.
I don't think I can sit in one of these. I think I'll just stand here.
That's
I
fine.
don't sit.
Tamaskin takes a seat. Sphinx and Alpha can just sit in their mechs. Is that just what they're doing?
I like I like how Tamaskin's the only one sitting down because nobody else in their current state can.
Well,
Like-
technically, Alpha and Sphinx are sitting down.
Well, yeah, but like at the table, because they'd have to get out of their mechs, and
Yeah.
Alpha can't do that. Lugwasp is wasp-shaped,
I mean, I can get out of the mech and sit at the table if that would be more appropriate.
well, would Sphinx care?
Yeah,
No.
I don't think Sphinx would really care.
And then
No, not really.
Lugwasp and Centaur literally can't sit in those chairs.
Nope. So then, I suppose we should get this meeting in order. And as he clicks a button, a screen behind them turns on, showing all of the mechanoloid attacks going on. You
Oh,
see,
no.
we've started hiring you Reploids as well. I'm sure you all are aware of the many mechanoloid outbreaks. Yeah,
Unfortunately,
that's what we came here to stop. Yeah, I've heard about them. Bit too much, if you ask me. And the cowboy Reploid just stays silent as he watches. We've also noticed a certain pattern with these mechanoloid attacks. The mechanoloids only seem to attack, and as he pushes another button, a different Reploid appears. It's none that Centaur or Tamaskin recognize. It appeared to be a wolf-like Reploid, possibly female. And as she started howling, a howl that caused rings of fire to shoot out and burn down a forest, that is when certain mechanoloids would appear. And he pauses the video.
That is devastating. I have never seen that in my life, but that is devastating.
It appears that these Reploids, or Mavericks, are the ones controlling these mechanoloids. It's not simply some error going across all the mechanoloids. These attacks all seem to be planned.
oh,
I could agree with it.
seems likely.
What are they planning to do? Well, that we aren't sure. Unfortunately, human soldiers can't get too close to Mavericks without easily getting dispatched. Which is why we, of the human military, have decided to hire you out. And Stern kind of scoffs and looks the other way. Yeah, they just had to take away Repliforce.
Sorry, Gavin. I accidentally called you.
It's fine.
I don't know why it did that. I was trying to find something else.
Well, I mean, I am a Maverick Hunter, so the sea is part of my job. I don't need any extra payment to do this. Now, as he says that, I'm just imagining Centaur gives him a bit of a glare, because from how Nero was talking, it isn't clear if he's going to still have a job after this.
Right.
I mean, I don't need payment. If you could maybe give me some work to do, that would be appreciated. I've been kind of just sitting around twiddling my thumbs aside from the times where I'm going to die.
And
You know, there's plenty of opportunities if you would have asked.
Well, there is no situation in which I'd be working directly for the Maverick Hunters. I have a job. It's just, well,
Going.
Sigma kind of blew a hole in the side of my workshop, and it's not very weatherproof anymore at the moment, anyways.
Unfortunate.
And Stern
Now-
is actually he's got his hand on his chin. He seems to be thinking. You're looking for work, huh? What kind of work can you do?
I can fix mechanoloids.
Really?
I suppose anything related to mechanoloids as well. Yes.
He actually has a thinking grin on his face. You know, I actually do got a couple mechanoloids that need fixing up if you want to go take a look at them.
Yes. Good lord, finally.
And before he gets up to show him, the other human kind of stops them both. Before you leave, I do just want to confirm with all of you that you are willing to help us during this matter. We aren't going to force you. This is of your own free will. But if you do decide to help, we will compensate you.
I mean, yeah.
I am a Maverick Hunter. I get paid by Nero. Nero. I do not need compensation.
I'm
Yeah,
significantly.
I'll do it too. For, well, no compensation.
I'm really not interested in compensation so much as I am, like, stopping a bunch of innocent people from dying.
Wait. Okay, this is for Jacob.
Yes.
Does for Sphinx's compensation, would he like to ask for his job as a doctor back?
Sure.
All right. Well, you will have to have him ask about it.
Do you think that well, because of me catching the Mavericks disease, right? I got fired from my last job for accidentally blowing up the hospital. But do you think that I could get my job as a doctor here?
The humans kind of look at each other. They look.
I mean,
at the
I'm
group.
very great with my hands, and I've got to find a way to pay for my car insurance.
They turn back to the group. Stern says, "Is he good?" Yeah. No. The Maverick virus is gone. He's fine.
Yeah, it was only a one-time thing. Well, at least for him and not everyone else who it affected.
The two humans kind of look at each other, and then Stern just says, "Well, considering that we don't really know how that thing works, we would think you guys would know how it works better than any of us. We'll trust you on this one."
Great!
So I have my job back?
Yeah.
Fantastical. I will
Mm.
not let you down.
And with that, Stern moves to a different part of the room and
I can afford my car insurance.
and opens and opens a door for the others to follow. And as he does this, that is when Sphinx like raises both of his arms in the air for celebration.
One moment, I will be following. I need to report General Nero.
That 15% or more saves.
And now as she decides to do this, Tamaskin does follow the group. Now, Bubble Crab is just staying in the room. However, the cowboy-like Reploid does actually get up and decides to follow them as well. Now, actually, as he is leaving, can you have Centaur roll an intelligence?
Yeah, can you roll for her?
Yes. Ooh, okay. Now, as he leaves, Centaur actually remembers him. She's actually a bit angry at herself for forgetting. This isn't a Reploid. This is a Maverick. His name is Stripe. He is a wanted bounty hunter who has killed not just Mavericks, but also Reploids and humans.
He's wanted.
Oh, Audrey, I think you cut out.
She
I did. Sorry, my phone glitched.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, she wants to report to Nero and tell him everything, and like just everything,
Okay.
and
So
ask
then-
for like orders from there.
Okay. So as she does call in back to Hunter Base, now I do just want to point out that Bubble Crab, while she is doing this, he is still like lounging in his chair, but he is actually listening in. Now she does call up Nero, and she does inform him of everything that has happened thus far. Does she also mention the fact that they saw Storm Eagle and that he got away, or does she decide to keep that part a secret?
Everything.
Okay. So she informs him of everything. That Sigma forced Storm Eagle to do what he had been doing, that they were able to stop the Death Rogamer from running into the city, and that they did run into the human military who had just asked them to go out and stop a couple Mavericks who are causing the Mechanoloids to attack. I see. You're doing a great job out there, Centaur. Dragoon is doing his best out here as well. Continue your mission. And he hangs up.
That's all I get. Continue my mission. Such vague information.
Yes. She says that Bubble Crabs decides to speak up. Yeah, it's annoying, ain't it?
Indeed it is. But you weren't actually doing any of your job, were you, in the Maverick Hunters?
I did what I was being paid for.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the other human left as well at this point. Kind of does eye her. You know, that's one thing I ain't gonna miss from you Maverick Hunters. That arrogant attitude you all have. It's like you all think you're better than everyone else.
Oh no, I don't think I'm better than everybody. I just know who I'm better than and who I'm not. And I'm better than
Sure.
you and money-hungry people like you.
Sure, you keep telling yourself that, sweetheart. Let me tell you something. It's because of people like you that we go Maverick. You know, if I had to be honest, if Sigma were to pay me to join his army, I'd join it in a heartbeat. And at that, he gets up and he starts to leave.
She wants to freeze his feet right there, like right where he's standing.
Okay. Okay. As she does attempt to freeze him with an arrow, he creates a couple bubbles that form into sort of like a shield. And as the arrow hits, the bubbles burst, but he's unscathed. And he just continues to walk out. He doesn't say anything else. He doesn't try to act all snarky. He just leaves.
How do I know he's not working for Sigma?
Does she want to follow him?
Yes.
Okay. So she decides to actually follow where Bubble Crab is heading. Now, we cut back with the rest of the group who are following Stern into what appears to be a weapons area. And there they can see a whole bunch of old weapons, the old kind that use bullets, which is fairly laughable nowadays, as well as a ton of laser weapons. Now, something for Sphinx, they do have a new rifle here that he can try to get.
Oh boy, what does this rifle do?
Does he want to take that rifle?
Depends on what it does.
Well, they do have targets in the back, so would you like to roll to see
He
what
wants
it
to
does?
test it, yes.
Okay.
But could he keep his other rifle as well?
Yeah. All right. Let me check his dexterity here. Okay, yeah, his dexterity's decent. So, as he takes the new rifle and he aims at the target and he fires, he sees that it actually shoots 3 laser shots at one time.
Oh,
And this destroys the target. However, something he also notices is the recoil is very heavy on this weapon. So he has to have a perfect shot if he's going to be able to hit something really well.
I mean, would that affect any of my stats if I kept it?
It wouldn't affect your stats, but so basically you can do more damage to things, but you have to roll higher.
Okay, I might just keep it, but I might not use it very much.
Okay.
So I think he
So
wants to keep it, but just not use it very much.
Sphinx does decide to put it alongside his other, so now he just has like 2 of the rifles on his back. They're like crossed against each other, making like an X. And as they continue through, Stern takes off, and it's just like an old like blanket that's covering these parts of these old mechanoloids, and Legwasp can tell these are old mechanoloids. There you go. Go nuts.
Wow. Okay.
So, does Lugwasp start to get to work on those?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Oh
that
boy.
what?
I said, oh boy.
Oh, okay.
Man, these things need cleaned just as much as they need repaired.
Can you roll for him really quick?
Yes.
Okay. So as he's looking through these parts, he actually notices something that does intrigue him a good bit. What if he tried not reconstructing these mechanoids, but combining them?
I think I'd like to try something. I've
And
never
Tamaskin's just kind of like walking through, and he sees Lugwasp suggesting that.
I've never had this idea before, I guess because I've never seen or haven't gotten that many really old mechanoids like this, but do you think that these parts could fit together in a different configuration than what they were made to?
And the Stern just kind of like shrugs. No, I don't know any about that, but if you want to give it a shot, go for it.
All right. Yeah.
So, he starts trying to put them together. And something he's actually kind of inspired by is he actually wants to try to create some sort of drone like mechanoid. As he starts putting all of these pieces together, he starts making what appears to be something similar to a man-o-war creature. It has it has 4 mechanical tentacles, each of which having a different sort of appendage onto it. 2 of them have sort of claw-like appendages, while the other 2 have 2 electrical sockets that were part of some separate mechanoids. He also uses the hover mechanoid to give it a hovering device that it uses on the bottom of it. And as for the name of this mechanoid, he decides to name this the Kuragil. He's not exactly sure why, it's just kind of a cool name he thought for it.
Wow. This panned out much better than expected.
And Tamaskin finally sees, whoa! What is it?
It's a drone.
Oh, and it starts like flying up and it starts moving around and it appears to be scanning Lugwasp. As it finishes scanning, it makes kind of like a high-pitched beeping noise, and then it just kind of floats there. Huh.
It's working.
I guess so.
Corrijewel.
And it appears to respond to that, actually like turning to face him.
There we go. Not sure why that's your name, but it is now. God, who's a good little drone? I mean, you're actually really big.
He pets the drone, and Tamaskin and Sphinx kind of look at each other like, I think he might be losing it.
Wait, what was its name again?
Kuragil.
Couragil?
Yeah.
What in
I
the
can-
world?
Here, you want me to spell it? Here.
Couragil.
Yeah, I'll put it in the general chat.
I don't think you can no longer hear the effect since I switched my microphone, can
There
you?
we go.
Well, all right. Is there any more work that needs to be done?
Couragil.
Well, we got a couple experimental mechanoids, but you can't mess with those. Not yet. But you did good work here today, so we'll see what we can do for you after the job's done.
Experimental. Hey, that's like Erogian.
Erodian, huh? That's that dragon thing you brought in.
Yeah. He
That
was allegedly an experimental Repliforce air mechanoid.
Repliforce. Stern actually kind of like looks off in the distance. You know, I get it. I do. Repliforce, they were experimental. They did a lot of damage. But damn it if they weren't good soldiers. I may come off as a bit tough, rough around the edges, you know, but I know good soldiers when I see them, and they were good soldiers. They fought hard and they tried their best. It's just a shame that they had to disband them. And
Well-
I do see, just for a moment, this does kind of bring a flashback to Lugwasp of what Albatross told him.
Well, I don't know much about the Repliforce, but it seemed like its disbanding did a lot to some people.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe one day. One day, we can get a proper Repliforce up. Until then, we gotta rely on you all, I guess, mercenaries for now.
Wait, is that what I am?
I mean, you're getting paid to go out and fight some mavericks, so, yeah.
Wait, we're getting
Oh my
paid?
god!
Face just realized.
Wait, we're getting paid? I thought I was getting paid for my doctor work. I didn't know I was getting paid for fighting too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god!
As Lugwasp starts to have an existential crisis,
Oh.
we cut back to Centaur. Now, I'm going to have you roll. I'll have to see what stat this is going to be, but it's mainly going to be used for stealth, just to see if Bubble Crab realizes you're there.
Okay.
All right, I guess that would be speed. I'm going to count. Oh yeah, and stealthy is one of her edges. So she does, despite her size, she is able to actually sneak around through these doors, and she makes sure to be extra careful with the edges of doorways. And she is able to sneak by and watch Bubble Crab. He seems to be going through this military facility fairly unnoticed. And he seems to have a lot of security access, which is something that he probably shouldn't have. And as she continues following him, she sees him go up by a back wall, and there appears to be some sort of keypad there. As he inputs a keypad code, there appears to be an opening, but it's an opening in the floor. As he jumps down, and she looks down and she sees this opening, it appears to lead down into the sewer system. Does she want to try to go after him?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I am going to have you roll again for that. And the reason is because this goes with one of her defects. Because this is a small hole. So I'm not sure if she'll be able to get down, but we'll see. Actually, okay. So, she does try to go in after him, but she realizes that she can't get through there. There's no way that she would be able to fit into that small hole. Now, you do have two options. You can try to go and get the others to see if they could get in, or you can try to make the hole bigger.
She wants to try to make the hole bigger because she doesn't know if she would have time to go back and get the other one.
Okay.
And the
All
others
right,
would
so
probably think she's insane.
that's true, yeah. So, you could. I mean, there's a couple ways you could try to do it. You can try to like stomp down and like break the hole so that there's a bigger opening. Or you could try and like freeze the area around the hole and try to break that so that it makes a larger hole. Basically, that means are you going to use strength or are you going to use dexterity? And you have a better strength stat, so.
Yeah, I'll do strength then.
Alright. Oh. You do have an inspiration. I will say that if you want to use that.
No. She
No.
just wants to now try the ice.
Okay, that works.
If you have an inspiration and he reminds you, that's his hint saying that it's a good idea too.
There we go. Okay.
I've learned that.
Alright. So she does try to stomp on the ground and try to break open a new opening, but this floor seems to be fairly reinforced, which in hindsight she realizes, yeah, probably it is a military base, so that is probably going to be the case. So she then tries to fire her arrows around the hole. As her arrows hit, they do appear to completely freeze the ground. It's not just simply freezing the top layer. She's able to freeze all of it. And with it fully frozen, just a couple stomps of her hoof, and it breaks. With that, she can leap in.
She's after him.
Now, as she lands down into the sewers, she realizes it is quite dark in here, so it might be a bit difficult to be able to find him, but at least this path in the sewer appears to be just a straight shot. So she starts to walk down it. As she gets to sort of an opening, she actually sees Bubble Crab, and he appears to be talking to somebody. Yeah, they think I'm working for them. Yeah. Yes, I'm gonna blow up the sewer system. Alright? Look, you got the payment or what? Okay? Alright. Alright, fine. Jeez. He seems to stop the call that he had. Now I gotta work with this bozo. Where is he anyway? Late time is money! Now, does Centaur want to try to attack him?
Yes.
All right. Time for another dex roll. As she fires, he whips around, and he isn't able to block this time, but he does leap out of the way. And her shot hits the water and does freeze a portion of it.
He wants to freeze the ground.
As
So
she as she leaps down, the ice starts forming across the ground. You again.
I suspected you.
Yeah, well that just proves one thing. You're smart, unlike those friends of yours.
Well, I mean, it's not my fault. I work with, like, idiots right now. I mean, I'll just, like, tell them about you, and
excuse
maybe
me?
they'll...
But, to be fair to them, they weren't stupid enough to try and come fight me. As he says this, the water that she's standing in starts to rise up. She can even feel the ice under her feet start to raise as the water is all forming into bubbles. You really thought you could come in here, and fight me?
I mean, I thought I could. Maybe I was wrong.
Now, let's cut back to the other group.
I'm back.
Oh, hello, Hunter.
Hello.
You missed a lot.
Yes, you
Did I?
Yeah, but Alpha was just kind of like silently following the group up until now. He was pretty much just listening to his mixtape
Awesome.
that entire time. So he has no idea what's going on. He's just been following everyone, and now he finally gets back to reality and realizes he is in a weapons room.
Cool. Awesome.
Actually, do you want to try to put any of these weapons on your mech suit? You got a bunch to choose from. You got like laser guns, arm cannons. Like you can swap out one of your fists for an arm cannon if you want.
Hey, an arm cannon sounds really good right about now.
Okay. So he does go up to one of the large arm cannons, and he is easily able with his other arm to take off his hand for that arm and put the arm cannon on it.
Arm cannon attached.
And
The arm cannon shoot.
and as he aims it at the target, an energy beam starts to charge and fires out, incinerating the target.
Nice. Yeah.
Now, Tamaskin, he's, looking everywhere, but he finally realizes, where did Centaur go? Does anyone know?
I think she vanished.
I have no idea.
I have
Wait.
no clue.
What the? And,
I think she went that way though.
now, Stripe, he was actually in this room with the others, listening in. I can tell you where she went. You know where? Yeah, I know. Here, follow me. Turns around, and he starts taking them out of the room. Now, Tamaskin decides to go with him.
You know what? Yeah, I think Lugwasp goes with him as well.
Lugwasp goes with him along with Kuragio.
Can I follow?
Yo, okay. Corrigiel, stay here, please.
Oh, Kuragio makes
Can
a
I
beeping
follow?
noise and stays. Yes.
Wait.
Sphinx
Yeah.
decides to follow, and so does Alpha. As they follow Stripe, they can actually, as they go through all of the different rooms, they find the hole that appears to be broken into the floor. What did she do?
Uh-oh.
Well, there was a hole here before she got here, but it wasn't this big. Alright. Here we go. Tamaskin leaps in.
Okay, I guess I'll go in as well.
Wasp goes through. Alpha is able to get in, though. He does need to get pushed down by Sphinx, who then has to get pushed down by Stripe. As they are all down in the sewer now.
Here we go. We're in
They-
the tunnels.
They walk through and they do see Centaur, who is currently trapped in sort of like a prison of bubbles. Like, bubbles are completely covering her body except for her head.
Oh, jeez.
What the? Bubble crab?
Look, help came after all. See, my friends aren't completely stupid.
And, oh, go ahead.
I'm
No,
glad you consider
I'm not
me
gonna
a
say
friend.
anything.
Oh, okay.
I'm so happy you consider me a friend.
Sphinx sort of tears up a bit and wipes it away.
I didn't
Yeah.
actually consider any of you friends. Just save me.
But
Why-
you did. But you
Why are you
just
doing
said-
this? Isn't that obvious? I found someone who pays more.
Wait, but... Well, I guess
No.
no, that checks out.
No,
You morons! He's working for Sigma, and he was going to blow up the sewers.
I mean, why would you do that for? That's not going to do no damage on land. It's just going to destroy the pipes.
I mean, it would in
Look,
turn then
I-
cause damage on land. but-
Look, I don't ask questions.
And why? Listen, why would you want to work for someone who is evil when you can work as a maverick hunter and get paid a lot more?
I just... You know what? I don't have
You
time for
can
this.
double your salary.
And where is that Joker? And as he says this, sort of like forming out of the water, appears to be some sort of... At first it looks like a foam creature, but it soon actually forms two arms and multiple legs that appear to be tentacle-like. It actually sort of reminds Lugwasp of Courageal a little bit.
Wow.
Here I am. Took you long enough. Now then, are you gonna help me deal with these
No.
acquaintances, or are you just gonna stand there? Okay. And with that, foam whips form out of this Maverick's arms, lean back, and are about to strike everybody. Now, what are we going to do here?
Why can't I remember my character's name?
Centaur.
Yeah, that character. I want to make my character create shields out of ice.
Okay. Alright. I will have you roll for that.
I want Lugwasp to charge up his welding laser.
Okay.
Can I have him roll? Get his rifle ready.
Wait a
Just in
minute.
case.
Oh, I just thought of something you could do, Jacob.
What?
You could use both of your rifles.
Oh yeah. 4 lasers at once. Pew, 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 pew.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, that's not a bad roll. All right, and oh, Gavin, can you roll for
yeah.
Lug Wasp too?
Damn.
Yeah, we're not doing.
All of
Oh,
Lug
Alpha
Wasp.
or Hunter. What do you want to do? You want to use your arm cannon?
Sure, let's do it.
All of Lug Wasp's rolls have been awful.
Damn. Okay.
Oh wow. It's got
So-
Holy
pretty
shit.
far.
Alpha's
Wow.
just gonna beat the shit out of these people.
Mm-hmm. You're very right. I will.
So, as
Don't
they're
underestimate
all trying
Alpha.
to fight back, so Centaur tries to break her arm free so that she can create some shields for the rest of the group. She is able to take out some of her bubble prison, but she is not able to break enough of it in order to make the shields. Now, as this is going on, Tamaskin actually uses his turbines to start getting through the bubbles. This is something Centaur didn't actually expect. She was thinking that they would all just go after the Mavericks and then she'd get out afterwards. She didn't expect that he or any of them would try to get her out first. And as his hurricanes are cutting through the bubbles, this is when Sphinx takes out both of his rifles. He fires 4 lasers at the 2. Now, this foam jellyfish creates a foam barrier around Bubble Crab and himself, which does block most of the shots, though one shot does appear to get through, though it's not clear who it actually hit. As that happens, Lug Wasp is ready to fire his laser. Now, what exactly does he want to try to do with it?
Wait, is the jellyfish one still partially in the water?
Yes.
Or like, he wants to aim his welding laser at the water.
Ooh, okay. As he aims it at the water, and the water does start heating up, the jellyfish actually does leap out of the foam, and you can actually see the tentacle legs of him are like red due to the heat. And as he hops out in a cartoony fashion, he is free for Alpha's arm cannon, which has been charging this
God.
whole time. As he leaps out, Alpha fires, and as it hits, as the beam is going through, it's hard to even tell if there's anything of this jellyfish left. I'm just seeing the group with their eyes like wide open as they just see this laser beam vaporize. It's Maverick.
Guess I have to find a new best friend.
Yeah.
Hey, Squidward!
No.
God.
As the beam subsides, it appears this jellyfish is still alive, but barely, as he just flops into the water and his foam barrier disappears. What the? You idiot! Does Sigma even choose good Mavericks anymore?
That was a maverick?
He's supposed to be.
What? What?
You know what? And he forms a bubble around the jellyfish. And he actually starts making it bigger and bigger. And as he does this, the group sees that he also slips one more thing into it. And as he does, he just starts booking it down the other way. Now, this bubble is huge. It's blocking their path to go after him. Does anyone want to try and do an intelligence check to find out what he put in that bubble?
Me.
I do.
Okay.
So will I.
All right.
Did I shoot the rifles already?
Yeah.
Did it do any damage? I
Ooh.
wasn't paying
Yes.
attention.
Yes, it did. It hit the jellyfish. This jellyfish got brutalized.
God.
We didn't even get to learn his real name.
Well, he's not dead yet, is he? Or is it? I guess we don't know.
No, you don't. He's not dead yet.
It probably looks pretty dead though.
Well, as Centaur, so she is still trapped in the bubbles, though Tamaskin is working on it. She sees the tiny thing that Bubble Crab slipped into the large bubble holding the jellyfish. That's a bomb. And considering the size of that bubble, it appears to be heating the bubble up. That explosion is going to go through this entire sewer. And if they don't get out now, well...
Guys, that's a bomb. And if we don't get out soon, it's going to
It
kill
will
us
explode.
and the sewer.
Oh!
Is there any way we can stop it?
Oh!
I mean, I guess I could freeze it.
Tamaskin, hearing this, he doesn't even hesitate. He goes full power. Connecting his arms together, he shoots hurricanes so powerful it easily bursts all of the bubbles trapping Centaur. And this surprises her. She didn't think that he even had this level of power. And not only that, he's actually able to shoot a hole throughout the sewer, which is now leading outside. As he blows that hole through the street, he shoots the bubble up into the air. He shoots it higher and higher, as high as he can get it, until it is finally all the way up. And as the group can barely see the bubble now from their distance, they see it glow orange for just a moment before it completely explodes. And it was a large explosion. If they had not done that, the sewer would have absolutely been destroyed. And after that show of strength, Tamaskin, he falls on the ground. He's panting.
Can Lugwasp rush over to him?
Yeah,
Centaur wants
did I
to
do it?
Yes!
Centaur wants to pick him up and put him on her back. And carry him out of like the sewers.
Right. I can't feel my arms.
I can see why!
And now, Tamaskin can't see this, but his turbine blades are all messed up. And as Centaur rushes him out, the rest of the group follows. And as they get out of that hole in the floor, they see Stern, who's looking out one of the glass walls of the military base, just looking out at the large explosion in the sky. And he turns around to the group. Okay. What the hell just happened?
You had an infiltrator.
Cool.
Yeah. So be careful who you trust.
All right. Okay. So, you know what? I'm not gonna even ask. So, you helped us out. Thanks. We'll up your compensation. Now, is someone gonna help get this floor fixed?
I can.
All right.
That's
Good.
him.
What happened to him? He points to Tamaskin.
Oh, he did something really cool and almost killed himself in the process.
I think my arms are gonna fall off.
But he's the only reason that the entire sewer system wasn't just annihilated by a bubble bomb.
And the only reason I am alive. So
Oh yeah, that too.
thank you, Tamaskin. You have
And-
my eternal respect.
And he was shocked to hear that coming from an S-class hunter. Thanks. Now, Stern kind of just waves his hand. All right. Look, he's in danger. Get him to the sick bay. You fix the floor, and we'll get all this fixed.
Aye, aye.
And Stern quickly rushes Centaur and the rest over to the sick bay. And as they do that, and Lugwasp is starting to fix the floor, Stripe appears again. Well, I see you handled the problem nicely.
Wait, who did Stripe approach?
He's appearing to Lugwasp.
Oh, well, that was mostly Tamaskin's doing.
I see. He's looking kind of in the direction that they went. There's a bunch of Maverick hunters in that group.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised at their willingness, or at least some of their willingness to, like, stop being Maverick hunters and do, I guess, my own approximation of the right thing.
Yeah, well, guess it does just go to show. Never judge a book by its cover. He actually takes out a piece of paper and he shows Lugwasp. It is a wanted picture of him on it. And it does label him as a Maverick.
Oh.
Yep. I'm surprised that one, and Lugwasp knows he's talking about Centaur, didn't try to take me in the moment she saw me.
Gee. How?
Puts the flyer away. Be honest, not so sure. I'd just been doing my job, and one day I wound up killing a Maverick hunter for a patron of mine. And after that happened, I was labeled a Maverick. I was hunted for a while, and then, well, they lost my trail.
So it really just is anyone who goes against them. I mean,
Can't really be sure.
Well, if you don't have the Maverick virus, and the worst thing you've done is be a mercenary, which I'll hold my own objections to that. What is a Maverick?
And he looks serious at Lugwasp. Tell you the truth, can't say. If you want my opinion, an opinion from a Maverick, that virus, I don't even think it's really real.
Oh, it's real. I had it.
Well, Sphinx isn't with them. Oh, unless he wanted him to be. Did you want him to stay, like, fixing the floor too?
Yeah.
I thought. Okay, all right. Okay, then yeah, he did say that.
I thought I said that.
You did, but I wasn't completely sure because they were taking Tamaskin to the sick bay. I didn't know if he wanted to go help Tamaskin. And then he turns to Sphinx, who said that. Nah. See, they do say there is a Maverick virus, and he does it with, like, air quotes. And sure, maybe there is some sort of virus that Reploids can get that makes you Maverick, but it's not the same thing that people think it is. People think that once you get the Maverick virus, that's what makes you violent. But nah. You've always been violent. The only thing the Maverick virus does is it gives you an excuse to act on it.
Well, me blowing up a hospital wasn't for me acting upon it. I had no control over it. I don't even remember it.
Are you so sure about that?
I'm 100% positive, sir. They told me they fired me, and I asked them why, and they said because I blew up the hospital, and me not even remember a dang thing about it.
Well, whether or not there is such a thing as a Maverick virus, clearly you don't have it.
I don't now know.
No, you.
Yeah, he looks at Stripe, and he just kind of shrugs. Maybe I do, maybe I don't.
Why you want to be a maverick anyway when you can be a maverick hunter and get a whole lot more done in life? You get paid more. You get
It's not that he wants to be a Maverick, he was labeled one. It's not. Being a Maverick doesn't seem to be a title
well.
taken or something that you're born with, but something that you're given.
Is there something we can do to help him become, I don't know, like better, so he's not known as a maverick?
And he does kind of look skeptical at that comment, and he just kind of laughs to himself. No, you ain't gotta do nothing like that. I've accepted my line of work is shady. I don't discriminate against my clients. As long as they pay, I'll do what they want.
I could pay you a lot more, Sonny.
Well, I guess I wish you good luck on your mercenary work.
And he looks, thanks. And maybe some other time, we ever cross paths again, maybe we can grab a drink somewhere.
I think that would be nice.
He just kind of tips his hat. Oh, and tell them humans. And he kind of tosses the group another piece of paper. Send my check to my bank account. He starts walking down the path. Sphinx picks up the piece of paper and unrolls it. It appears to be the picture of another maverick. It appears to be some sort of bear. A dark blue bear. And
He wants to comment on it.
okay.
He wants is Gavin's character there?
Yeah.
Okay, have you seen this bear before? Who's calling?
No.
As he looks at the bear, so the only thing about the bear, like other than it just being the picture, is that there is a large red X over the bear.
No, but I don't think I ever will meet this person anymore. Maybe Tamaskin or that one lady recognizes them.
And as he says that, we cut back to the sick bay. Now, Tamaskin is laying in the bed, and there are lifesaver Reploids trying to tend to him, but Centaur is standing there, waiting for him. This is something that she's never really had to experience before. Her best friend, if you could call him that, Dragoon, has always been powerful. She's known this. So because of his power, she's never had to worry about him getting in this situation. But Tamaskin showing a feat that, well, she won't admit it, but is something that even she can barely believe anyone could pull off, just makes her worry about him, which she's never had to do for anyone before other than herself.
Oh no. Will he be okay? Oh no, oh no, oh no.
He should be fine, though I'm not sure if he'll be able to use those turbines of his quite as well as he did before. And she can see that they are doing intense work on his arms, trying to get the turbines to work again.
I have an idea.
All right. Well, you had the segue, so do you want Lugwasp to show up now?
Yes.
Lugwasp appears and he sees the lifesavers.
Oh, gee, is he alright?
No, he's fine. He's currently offline, but he'll be powered on soon enough once we get these turbines to work again.
They say he will be okay, but they say he will not be able to use. Well, I feel bad. If I wouldn't have got myself stuck, well, I feel bad.
Don't.
Is there anything you can do?
I can take a look.
As he flies over and he sees the bent and twisted turbines. He isn't quite certain what he can do. Actually, Gavin,
Yes.
can you roll a... Well, here, yeah, I'll let you roll first.
Yes.
Okay, and then let me check something. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
So, this was a will check.
Yeah, we'll check.
Yeah.
He's not positive at first that
Aha.
he would be able to fix them, but he takes another look at the unconscious Tamaskin, and he actually starts thinking back to, well, their meeting about a day ago, which, sure, it wasn't that far or that long ago, but a lot has happened since they first met. A lot that throughout his entire lifetime hasn't happened. And he feels a sensation he hasn't felt in a long time, a sensation to really want to help another person. And despite how bad they look, he got his tools and he started to work
You
on
know what,
getting the
Tamaskin?
turbines fixed.
You still have a waiter to impress.
And as he says this, so Tamaskin is knocked out, but just a brief moment, he saw that Tamaskin moved just like a little bit.
What about a waiter?
Oh, nothing. He'll make sure to be terrible at lying about it later, I'm sure.
With that, he
Positive.
gets hard to work. And while it does take a couple hours, the turbines are back to normal. In fact, they might even be better than normal. They're almost brand new. The lifesaver units put his arms back together. As he powers on and his vision comes back, he lifts his arm up to his head, but then he quickly takes a look at it. Huh. The turbines! They're back! Man, they haven't looked this shiny since I was first built.
Nice. Glad to have you back.
Hey, thanks. Thanks, Lugwasp.
Oh, it's nothing. You probably wouldn't be alive if it weren't for the rest of the life-saving crew.
And he looked at the lifesaver units, who all nod. It's no problem. Thanks, everyone. Hey, did any of you bring up the waiter?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I want to know this fascinating story.
Oh no! Oh look, I gotta go. I need to test these out. So I'll be right back. And he gets out of the bed and starts running out of the room.
He is a very, very terrible liar.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Do they want to follow him?
Yes.
Yes.
And they all do follow him, including Alpha. And yeah, I do think that is a good place to stop for tonight with this session.
Alrighty.